Alright guys, today we're going to be continuing the Princess Acrylic series. Today we're going to be doing the Princess in the Tower. I'm not going to speak of. I'm going to be using a purple that I mixed myself. Also Money from the Glam Trap House. Merlot from the Glam Trap House. And send nudes please. You're going to see me do the ring finger, and then at the end I wasn't happy with the way it came out, so I changed it, but I'm also going to show that as well, me fixing my mistakes. This is the light purple for the top of the dress that I'm going to start with here, and I'm going to color block this into her dress with the kind of mauve skirt, and then I'm going to be using the Send Nudes for her neck area. Kind of like I did with Sleepy Princess, except I'm doing this all on one nail because I have other stuff planned for the others.
Stood by your side through all of the lies, watching you cry for me. Get on your knees, apologize please. No, why don't you die for me? Call me the king, really rough things. Give me the diamond ring. Get on your knees, apologize please. No, why don't you die for me?
Now I'm going to be using my X-Acto knife to cut out the top of the dress and line up the bottom of the bodice a little better. And then while I let that dry, since I have to let it dry before I can move on to my next color, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next nail and get as much done as I can while I wait for that to dry. This one was a really hard cut right here. It's really hard to get your drill into, so you kind of gotta cut it as well as you can the first time. Now we're going to go ahead and skip ahead to the middle finger, and I am using the Merlot from the Glam Trap House. So we're going to finish that, and then we're going to skip ahead to the next one. Now I am using Money from the Glam Trap House on this one because I am going to make her boyfriend's vest on this with some gold studs. Again, ignore that ring finger. We are not doing anything with that one. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my drill to try to clean up the V cut right there on both sides, which as you can see is a little difficult, but I'm going to do my best, and then we are going to go ahead and lay down the skirt. After I use the Send Nudes to fill in that V where her neck goes.
Stood by your side through all of the lies, watching you cry for me. Get on your knees, apologize please. No, why don't you die for me? Call me the king, really rough things. Give me the diamond ring. Get on your knees, apologize please. No, why don't you die for me? I can go, but you keep medication. Late at night, I can deal with it. Every night, even like you let go. And if it goes, that's a truth. control. I can feel it in my bones. You're not good for me at all. I'm in fucked up, messing with my mind. I bet that you do this all the time. I fucked up, that's all behind the mask. All I can see is red flags.
Now we're going to go ahead and skip ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and file this down and get it all even. And I'm not going to make you watch all the basics. You guys already know how to do your filing and your clear, or your capping in clear and whatnot. So I'm not going to make you watch all that, and then we'll skip ahead to the art part. Now I'm just going to line the edges of the dress here with some, it's a sheer pearlescent polish, just to give it a little bit of sparkle right on the neckline and the bottom of the bodice, just to make it kind of stand out a little better so you get a better idea of what it is.
Stood by your side through all of the lies, watching you cry for me. Get on your knees, apologize please. No, why don't you die for me?
Now I'm going to go ahead and top coat. And again, ignore that ring finger because that's not what it's going to look like. We're going to go ahead and top coat and cure everything. And then I am going to lay some of the Beatles gem glue down wherever I need that at. Now this is my first time working with the Beatles gem glue, and I gotta say I'm really happy with it. Like it made things so much easier. Just laid down a thin layer, put my gems on, and was done after I cured it. It was super simple. Thank you, Yesenia, for the gem glue. You changed my life.
Duck, goose, found a pussy in a dollar bin. Guess you forgot your galana bin. Can't get loose, get your guts, got your tongue again. Rope burn on your hand, are you numb yet? I can go, I can get medication. Bleeding man, I can deal with it. Every night, I can make it legal. And every day, that's what you do.
Now the fun part, the decapitation. So I stepped on this and broke it, and I was looking at the head like, I bet I can use this. So I did. I went ahead and did the braid before I cut it off, just to kind of keep it together a little easier, because it's so hard to braid this stuff once it's separated. And then I used a dot of super glue at the very top and very bottom of the braid to keep it together, which that way it's pretty invisible. It just holds. Just a little drop of glue will hold it together. Now, after I get that off, I've already capped this and whatnot. I'm going to finish up my filing, and then I'm going to add the gem glue to the actual braid instead of putting it over the entire nail. Now I've added my top coat already. I'm going to take this glue, add it all along the edge of the braid, and then stick it on and use my UV flashlight to cure it in place, because it's pretty hard to hold it inside the lamp without it moving on the way there. As you'll see, I have a lot of trouble just holding it in place to get the flashlight on, because I tried to do it all at once, which you really can't do. You have to do one part, then the next, which the flashlight is super handy for stuff like that. And then once I get it into place where I want it, I'm going to trim it to the edge of the nail and add a little bit more glue at the end just to seal it and hold it down. And all you have to do is like pat it into place while you have the flashlight on it, and it worked great. Like it met the edge super easy. It's all cured and I'm finished, and I gotta say I'm really happy with how they turned out. Much better now that I fixed that ring finger, because it looked awful before. But if you guys have any questions, comment down below or message me directly. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.